Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about running on a period. So fellas, if you don't want to hear about this stuff, I completely understand, and you can go if you want. Ladies, I have been researching running on a period, and I couldn't really come across too much, to be honest. I tried looking on YouTube. There is a lot of blog posts, but I couldn't really. There was one that resonated with me, and that was nature care. So they were on about oh, excuse me, they were on about nine tips of running on a period and what to do, and trying to not stop cramps but try and lessen the cramps, if you will. So yeah, so let's get into this then. So I have a book here, sorry guys. I have a book, I have to have my books. The tips were for running on a period: eat well, rest well, wear the right menstrual products, and we'll get in that later because there's lots of products, and I only use one method. I should really use loads. But wear the right underwear, stretch, take it slow, breathe naturally, stay hydrated, and wardrobe changes. Now that's the one I want to tackle, because when you're doing a 10k, or you're doing a half marathon, or you're doing a marathon, where do you change? You know, I mean, if you've got a certain product that's the only one thing you can use, and you need to change it, and there's not frequent toilets to go and change, where do you change it? You know, and this is what I'm trying to look up, and this is what I'm trying to get out there, is it's quite embarrassing having to run on a period. I'm gonna leak, but we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna leak, you know, several things. So I'm now gonna, excuse me, so I'm gonna get my next book out, and we'll get into these tips. So I'm sorry, you keep wobbling today, don't you? I'm not on a very good surface, I don't think. So it says here, every woman struggles with jogging on a period, and we're going to cramp, and we're going to leak, like I said before, and we're going to have an embarrassing time halfway through. And it does say here, women who run, that sounds like a broken record. They do say sleeping soundly on a period would help. Also if you exercise, it should ease bloating and stuff like that. So, well, we'll get into the tips now. So the first tip is eat well, and it says if there's one thing that a period forces you to do, is to feel sluggish. So can every woman relate to that? I relate to that. It's like, now I'll put it off, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. And they also say scoffing your face with leftover pizza, not a good idea. It's not a good idea. So to keep your energy levels up, you must eat well. So, and then it gives me a link to nine food groups that would help cramping on a period, and I'll probably do that in another video at some point. So hopefully when I get some time off, I'll research that as well. The second tip. We can't get my words out today. I'm sounding really Norfolk today. Tip. Right, so second tip is rest well. They say this might be impossible. You have to sleep. You have to get your amount of sleep in. They may say it feels impossible, but if you've got a run planned ahead the next day, they say fill the hot water bottle up, light some candles, make the room feel homely and comfortable, and get yourself in a state where you can get some energy for the next morning. So that's one good tip, and I always do that on a period. So yeah, I always if the cramping's too much for me, I have a day where I just rest at all times. And I usually stay in bed, and they say that's the wrong thing to do really, but I usually stay in bed, or I stretch, or so yeah. So tip number 3, wear the right menstrual cycle products. Now with me, with this, it says whether you wear pads or tampons, using plastic period products can feel uncomfortable and sweaty. Well, yeah, I can agree with that. And then it gives me a link to organic plastic-free products. So I don't know about you guys, but I can't wear tampons. I have worn tampons in the past, but I can't wear tampons. I think I may, not diagnosed, I think I may have toxic shock syndrome, because whenever I put a tampon in that nether region, the cramping I get is times 10. So if you've had really bad cramping, you know what I'm on about. So the cramping I would get is unbelievable. So I have to stay on pads. However, I have seen the menstrual cup, and I have been researching that on YouTube and blogs and stuff like that, and some people like them, some people don't. I haven't yet tried them. I won't mind trying it. But yeah, some people like it, some people don't. People say it's awkward to start off with. I have no idea. However, what I use is pads, and yes, they are uncomfortable when you're running, and yes, they are sweaty, which is not nice. But to try and keep them secure, what I do is when I'm running, I put a like a little panty liner under first, then I put my pad on with the wings, and then wrap the wings around the pad and the panty liner. And I tried that, and it stayed in place. As for, it still felt uncomfortable, but more comfortable than usual. It didn't rick, it didn't, when you run and you're moving around and the pad seems to ride up, or yeah, it was more comfortable doing it that way, because it stayed in place a little bit more. But other than that, I don't really know what products to use that will be comfortable, apart from the menstrual cup, which I haven't used. Some people like, some people don't. If I ever do try the menstrual cup, I'll try and come on here and help you guys out. Right, so tip number 4 is wear the right underwear. to me, that's a no-brainer. So, I'm kicking things. That's a no-brainer, and that ties in with menstrual products, because they're saying if you have the right underwear, yeah, and you've got the right menstrual product to stick on your underwear kind of thing securely, and so it's less stress for us when we're running and not so much of a mess, so to speak. So yeah, that one I would think ties in with what I was saying with the menstrual products. So that one's okay. Tip number 5, stretch. Well, again, to me that's a no-brainer. Stretching eases stomach cramps, so if you are cramping up a bit on the day of your run or the day before you run, just do some light yoga stretches or something like that. It should ease your cramps. I know somewhere down here, I have read this before, they say if the cramping's still there, what I usually do, and they do say in here, is take some painkillers. So when I go out for a run or an events run, I don't do it when I'm training, but on an events run, if I think I'm going to be cramping, I take some painkillers and that. So I take something like Femex and paracetamol. Femex is an anti-inflammatory, and the paracetamol will just kill the pain. So yeah, so that ties in with that. The next thing is take it slow. Again, to me that's sensible. Don't force yourself to do your personal best, which I never do on a period. I just run, get my head into alignment, sort of like just think to myself, enjoy the run. Enjoy the run. You're not doing an event. Even if you are, you're not doing the event. You're there to enjoy it, and you're there to, have fun, basically. And if you're cramping up, there's no way you're gonna get your personal best. So there's no way you're gonna push yourself. You're gonna feel too groggy to do it. So just do a slow pace run. Take it easy. Take in the event, take in everything. So yeah, that'd be yeah. Right, breathe normally. Again, while you're running, breathing is a big thing. Even in period times, breathing. So this is everything I kind of gathered. So yeah, just breathe normally, in through the nose, out through the mouth kind of thing. Get plenty of oxygen in, so that your muscles can work and stuff like that. And just remember, if you do an easy jog on your period, it helps your period out so much more. So yeah, again, tip number 8 is rehydrate yourself. Stay hydrated. Again, but especially on a period, flush those toxins out. Because while you're running, you're sweating. So the more that's coming out, the more you've got to put in. And water is very, very good at flushing out everything. So yeah, they say when you're in an event, use a reusable bottle. Yes, I have used a reusable bottle. However, if there's no way to fill up, so I was running around with a reusable bottle, swigging away. So well, not swigging away, just taking sips. And I didn't use up the whole bottle of water, but there were water stations on the way, but it was very few and far between. So yeah, have a water bottle there. Right, tip number 9 was wardrobe change, and this is what gets me every time. For a little peace of mind, you might want to wear extra layers or choose your dark wardrobe for less worry, basically. So yeah, I wouldn't wear white on a run. That's a bit silly, and I won't wear any. So I would go for black clothing. Excuse me, when you're at an event and you're running, just in case those little embarrassing accidents come, wear black. Wardrobe change, if you do have an accident, this is where I want to hit home on. Where do you change? You're in the middle of nowhere. There's no toilets. Where do you change? You've just had an embarrassing moment, you know, either you've prepared yourself and everything like that. You've been running for, what, say, an hour or two, and you can feel your pad coming through, sort of like or you can feel your tampon being really, really heavy. Where do you go to change it if there's no portaloos or anything about? Where do you go? And this is what I want to research more on, is wardrobe changes, because if I do the half marathon in June, I want to know, for peace of mind, that I can go to a nearest toilet somewhere and get changed, even if it's portaloo. Yeah, I can just go in there, get my stuff out, discard my other stuff, pop them on, feel fresh, go out there. So, oh, and another thing that's just popped into my head, wipes. Take some wipes with you, because if you're feeling a bit sweaty and disgusting down there, just wiping yourself down, making yourself feel fresh, probably would be better as well. They say after that, if you still ain't ready, if you're still not right, feeling with the cramping and that, to do yoga when on menstruation. Well, I do. When I know that my period is here, I do like yoga, stretching, like I said beforehand. They also talk about tiredness, and they say listen to your body. If you feel like you can do it, then go and do it. If you feel like you can't, then don't. Or if you're in an event and you feel like absolute poo, just go at your pace at when you're on and stuff like that, and try and enjoy the event as much as you can. But yeah, that was the 9 tips from Natural Care Wellbeing Wellness. So yeah, Natural Care. So I'll link the blog from Natural Care into the description box below, so you can read it all for yourself as well. And I hope you guys enjoy your runs. I hope your events are enjoyable, and keep on running. Keep on running. So if you like this video, be sure to click the subscribe button down below. Hit that like button, because that gets my films suggested for anybody else who wants to watch this. And hit the notification bell, and that'll update you on when I'm up, or my next video's up, or something like that. So keep on running.